Buhari, Kenya, and others are disgraced as Ejimakor wants Tinubu over Nnamdi Kanu's continued detention. Allow Ejimakor, the lead counsel to the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has won President Bola Tinubu over the continued detention of his client. News records that in 2021, Kanu was rearrested and subjected to extraordinary rendition from Kenya to Nigeria under former President Muhammadu Buhari's administration. In a post via X, Ejimakor pointed out that everyone and regime involved in Kanu's extraordinary rendition or continued detention have been disgraced, sacked, or facing resistance from their people. He also referenced the ongoing End Bad Governance protest against the Tinubu's administration, adding that karma is not merciful. He wrote, and I quote, "Every regime or person that had a hand in the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu either left office in disgrace or was sacked or is facing a resistance from his people. For example, Kenya has never known peace since it rubbished its sovereignty and allowed Nigeria to criminally kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. Since then, Kenya has murdered sleep and it is still struggling to recover. And Uhuru Kenyatta may as yet have a date with the ICC. United Kingdom under Prime Minister Boris Johnson, who covertly sanctioned the kidnap of her own citizen, Sir Johnson being disgraced out of office. In the same vein, the Conservative Party lost general elections to the Labour Party. Labour Party has told the path of Conservative Party today and their country is in turmoil. Nigeria, the Buhari regime has financed the rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya, is on record as the worst government in the history of Nigeria. That regime will forever live in infamy for imposing intolerable levels of hardship and injustice which Nigerians are struggling to overcome. President Tinubu, like his British counterpart, Keir Starmer, has declined to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and surprise, surprise, citizens on the streets of Nigeria protesting in droves. The future remains ominous. The Bible said, "Touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm." Heaven is taking vengeance on those that kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and have refused to right their wrongs against him. God is in heaven for real, and karma is not merciful. If you ask me, I will ask the question, I don't understand why they're still keeping this man. This man, or this reason rather, is one of the reasons why the Southeasterners will come out and keep crying what is going on. You know, some people will be like, why do these people always come outside to make noise? Why do they don't used to allow people to hear word and all of that kind of a thing? But me, I'm going to say, well, it is because look at people who were actually arrested alongside with this man. Not even alongside. I think he was even the first to be arrested. Look at what's it called, Sunday Igbo. He has been released. There is a particular man who did what Nnamdi Kanu did not do. When I mean do, as in he committed an actual crime. I've forgotten his name. He's a northerner, okay? He came out and he brought out 2,000 men and he gave them arms, saying he wanted to assist, the government, he wanted them to assist the government. I'm not talking about him doing it for, his people who he wanted it to be national. And I was like, what the heck? And he was actually thrown into prison, and I heard that he has been released. Now, if that kind of a person has been released, and if other members of the Boko Haram have been pardoned, then why? What is the problem? Boko Harams were people who drenched their hands in people's blood. They fed flesh and they drank blood. They drank it for a living. They murdered people. They raped mothers and daughters in front of their fathers and sons. Do you understand? And they did all kind of despicable things against humanity. And yet the government granted them amnesty. Imagine, the government granted them amnesty, fed them, clothed them, and gave them positions. We be say youth of Nigeria no get work, then carry work, they give people, we be say they call Boko Haram. Now tell me, if all these things, somebody can do all this kind of atrocities and the person is pardoned and the person is tagged, repented, Boko Haram, tell me why, what is the reason the Southeastern region, this man that is from the South, what sin did he commit that is so unforgivable? Do you now see why the Southeastern region will come outside and will forever be crying foul? So, but people who don't understand it will come out and say, hey, do this one. There are people who have done much worse things. There are people even till today, they harass the government, they collect money from them, they collect things from them, they collect cars, they collect all sort of things, and yet they collect lands. And yet they still continue to fight against the government. The government never used the hand where they use for this man. Use what they call, touch those people small. So the thing is, what exactly is the problem? Which sin they so unforgivable? Where we say this man commits, where we say I'm not gonna allow this man to go. I was initially saying, okay, Tinubu go, he go do something about him, but it's been 1 year, and these people, most of them don't come out and go they beg. I know that there's some people actually working behind the scene to see that this man is actually not, he's not released, whether I like it or not. There are people working behind the scene, but the thing is, the government should let him go. 2 years ago, they come outside and a particular court, a Nigerian court, this one is not an Eastern court, a Nigerian court come outside and said, oh, this man, you are free and you are declared of, you are acquitted, you are free from all charges. And a lot of people jubilated, and I remember that time telling them that, see you people should not jubilate yet. Let this man come outside and address you people before you start jubilating. And it was as if I foresaw it. But I just said that in that time. And he has been in detention since. In fact, they have reopened many, many cases against him. And I'm asking, what is the problem? Tribalism is one of the reasons of our suffering. Yes, I'm an Igbo man to the core, and I can never involve myself in anything tribalism because no reasonable and mature person does that. Tribalism and politism are the reasons why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still under unlawful detention by corrupt government who has sworn never to release him. Too bad. I keep asking myself what one Nigeria is for when we are still practicing tribalism. You are protesting because you are hungry, but you've voted them as your bro. You don't see him now. I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and I'll add more and more of my signs and wonders in the land of Egypt. When Pharaoh won't listen to you, I'll let loose my power upon Egypt. I'll bring out my tribal divisions, my people, the Israelis from the land of Egypt with great acts of judgment. Tor. I am not proud of any Igbo man I see. Trust me, you can't do this to my own indigene. Guess what? Love binds us all. A man without freedom is already a dead man. On earth, I'd rather receive a quick death than go through caging. The scriptures clearly inscribe that whosoever that hated his brother is like a murderer, and a murderer has eternal life. Like I said, there are people actively wanting this man to remain there for reasons I don't know. But I know it's politically motivated. And those people, guess what? Some of them 9 people. But believe you me, there are people who are working night and day to ensure this man lives there. Sincerely. And I don't know why the government is, feeling adamant. This is pure tribalism and nepotism and should not be continued. Alright, on this note, you have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen until I come your way next time. Enjoy the rest of your day.